Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. I'm your host, Escalante TV. Now, I'm going to start off this video by giving the definition of the word ethics. The word of this video is ethics. Now, the dictionary definition of the word ethics, it is a noun. It is a moral principles that govern a person's behavior or the conducting of an activity. Now, I'm going to especially apply ethics to computer science, the ethics of computer science, of the computer scientist, I should say, the programmer. Now, I'm going to be explaining why I cheated in a computer programming course. It was the introduction. It's an introduction course. I took it last semester. Since this is a first semester class, usually first years can take it. I just jumped right into it. As soon as I was registering for my first year classes. So this was the first class, by the way, I ever set foot in at my college. And the thing is, I do admit to cheating. And the thing about cheating in computer science, it's a big no-no. There's two big no-nos, actually. That every computer science teacher will ever tell you, every professor will tell you about computer science and the moral principles that a computer scientist need to take. And did my phone just go off right in the middle of a recording? Anyway, so pretty much the two basic principles, moral principles of computer science and the roles of a computer scientist is to pretty much not take over someone's keyboard, or you have to make your own code. And the whole point of computer science beyond programming is learning to problem solve, because technology always runs into problems, and computers are inherently stupid. It's the way that humans have made them, and we have to be very, very specific to how they operate, because really they have to operate on their own programming, and they don't have a higher order of thinking like we do. Where we can take just whatever nonverbal instruction we have, or any ambiguous instruction we have, and we're able to interpret it. But the thing about computers is they don't know what to do unless you give them a specific set of instructions, and that's the hardest thing about computer science. Is that it involves really the hard math in it. Like, some people will say it doesn't involve any math. It does involve some math, but I'm not quite too sure what that math is, but I've had to do quite a bit of math in my computer programming course, and I was pretty close to failing it, and that's one of the reasons why I cheated. And the way I cheated is really, there were these group homework assignments. I didn't cheat on any of the tests, by the way. Like, that was a big no-no. Like, they were handwritten, so you couldn't cheat on those. But the thing is, I tried my best. I sincerely tried my best in this course. And we'd have these group projects where we'd have to meet in the lab outside of class with our partners. I found this, I had to, of course, set aside my own time with these people I didn't even know. And really, we sat down, we do code, and the thing is, not once have I contributed anything good to a homework assignment, because the book, the $80 book I had to buy, wasn't really helpful for me. For some people it was, but for me, I can't exactly at least comprehend anything that was in the actual book. I tried my best, and I even went to out of class tutoring. Like, I had a one-on-one tutor, and this person would help me. It was I believe a Chinese exchange student. I don't remember her name, but I'd meet her probably in the evening, and I'd spend nights doing computer science assignments genuinely. And the thing is, usually I'd let my partner just probably take over, because they'd probably know more than me, and usually they did. They were probably the smarter people, but I remember nothing. We were doing Python. If you guys don't know the programming languages, Python is one of them, which is pretty much the C++ on training wheels. And the only command I still know how to do in Python interpreters is print. But the thing is, I broke that one rule and I sincerely didn't mean to, because I did want to pass the class and get it over with. And the second thing I did was, during my final exam, my final project, was pretty much, you have to code your own thing. Like, you had to make like some sort of game or runnable program. And the thing is, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't make a solid code, presentable code that could run and do anything. So the thing that I did was, I went on YouTube and found this tutorial on a guy doing a Pong in Python. Pong, the old arcade game, and that you'd play with the dials and stuff. Pretty much, I went on YouTube, found some guy who did a tutorial on it, but the thing is, it wasn't my code; it was his code. That was, the big no. I couldn't. Well, I did use his code. I used his code. I didn't copy paste. I actually like wrote it out, like typed it out, so I could feel like I actually did something. But I reorganized the code. Professor bought it, and I passed the class with like a C. But the thing is, the thing about computer science is that everybody tells you like coding is the future. Like, you need to code, and you need to go into STEM. And the thing is, I never got really an interest in STEM after my sophomore year of high school, when I took college preparatory chemistry and in algebra 2. I did continue on to pre-calculus, by the way, but I paid attention in high school and stuff. I got a 3.9 GPA when I graduated high school, but when I went into college, I sort of saw how standards are very, very different for STEM fields. And they're especially difficult if you really don't dedicate yourself into the STEM field, or you don't practice any of it. And they say, math isn't really that hard. You can get it if you just practice and stuff. But for some people, it's not exactly the case, because really, I found math to be a big chore, and science was just really mind-boggling to me. Even though I probably I do have to take a science class sometime in the next year or so I can continue and get my Bachelor of Arts. But really, I have my doubts about continuing my education at my college, because really, I've been told, a family member told me, you should continue taking that computer science course. You're just whining because it got hard on you. And yeah, I mean, the incentive to not continue into the STEM field is probably because it got hard for some people and people didn't get the grade that they want. But should we really suffer through something we don't like, or are we gonna, or should we really fight for the things we actually love? And the thing is, there's this whole debate whether you should chase opportunity or your passion. And the thing about it is, your passion may be different from the opportunities that are out there. And the thing is, I've looked up my colleges, like, you should probably go for another useful major. But the thing is, there are probably very minimal like useful majors at the college I'm attending. And sometimes I do feel like I am getting scammed through some of the classes I'm taking. I mean, it's fun to learn about the end times, but really, could you learn that stuff outside and not pay money for books that you won't read again, and you'll probably have to sell back, but you'll probably get GameStop money for it. Like, I've sold books at my bookstore, and my bookstore is just like GameStop. I mean, I bought expensive books, but they give you a fraction of the price back. But of course, that's how they keep them cheap. But I mean, let me see here. I'm already I'm browsing here through my college's academics. Okay, so basically, I just pulled up the courses of instruction for the college I attend to, and you can already see some red flags on some of the courses of instruction they actually offer. I mean, yes, they offer gender studies. Anything with the word studies is basically a gamble if you're gonna even get a job. I would consider those sort of degrees, because really I can only see maybe a few useful degrees here. I mean, the computer sciences, I mean, you could say that it's just programming that you hate. Maybe they offer other courses and the thing is, most of it is programming. Most of it is. I'm not too sure what they might offer next year, but what I'm seeing here is that most of the computer science courses are programming. I mean, it's all in the whole computing languages, which I never quite understood. And really, if I continue this, you know, I don't want to cheat again, but the thing, I don't know. I really am uncertain about the future, considering the time we're in right now. So, yeah, so I do have thoughts about what my career choices will probably be, especially right now, since the job market is definitely in demand right now for technological degrees for IT, and IT is a separate branch of computer sciences. Because computer engineering, IT, computer science, they're all in different branches of computers. Because just because you say you're in computer science doesn't mean you probably know how to actually fix the damn computer. So the thing I want to get straight here is I don't want to. I don't like cheating, because it in the long term, if I probably continue into this, I'll probably be exposed for the charlatan I am. And I sincerely regret it, but I couldn't learn the content. I couldn't learn any of the material. I had a lot of trouble doing it, and with the STEM careers highly in demand, it's kind of troubling whether what path you want to take, because my brother showed me this video of a robot making an omelet. That's someone's job that just went away. Chefs, if we get all replaced by robots, and AI, if Tadano himself takes over the world, we will have zero purpose to live again. When our jobs will be taken by robots, and we all have to take computer programming. So that is concerning. That's something we have to think about for the upcoming future. So yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching. If you're programmers yourself, leave down your story down in the comments. I mean, I know some programmers look on Stack Overflow. I mean, you know who you are when you look at the code at Stack Overflow. So yeah, guys, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you would like to see more videos like this. So yeah, peace.